opacity. Don't hide. I see at least a little bit of you. There we go. Okay.
All right.
And we're back and full of... Whoa! Apparently I'm full of burps. Full of protein and the like.
What did I see? What's over here?
Bobo bird statue. Bobo, 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 Bobo.
This guy just will not look at me.
He does not trust Zidane. I mean, would you?
Well, he is a thief. He kind of, you know, looks like he might be up to some trouble.
I might look like a thief, act like a thief. I might actually steal. Yeah, I'm a thief. Small town knight. He's from Alexandria.
Yeah, I thought Alexandria was big.
It seemed pretty big. We only saw a little bit of it.
Well, and that doesn't make sense too, because then...
Where's this red mage costume?
But then Dagger is having a hard time acting small town. I don't know, it doesn't... And he lives in the castle.
Yeah. When was the last time? 5. Final Fantasy 5 was the last time there were red mages before this one.
Are those just like calf-high boots and a black miniskirt? Is that kind of
She's
what it
just
like?
dressed as a sexy witch.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But with a red top.
That's
so,
cool.
That's a pretty simple costume, actually.
Come on, red knights, red mages.
Ladies / sexy men. If you want to go to PAX and be a sexy red mage from Final Fantasy 9, just buy a slutty witch costume.
Put it on.
And just dye it red.
Oh, what's he eating? Pickles or
Pickles,
something?
yeah.
You're not supposed to eat them all at once.
No, you're not. But he did.
I wonder what they taste like that makes him fucking fall on his ass.
I think they're supposed to be very spicy is the thing. If I remember correctly.
Then he should be crawling around on all fours.
In agony.
Yeah.
Trying to find whatever current position will minimize the pain in his gut, as I had to do all night. Okay, if I get in this down dog position, it doesn't hurt so much.
If I crawl my hands on my knees to the toilet, I can make it.
Yeah. Alright, you take the toilet, I'll throw up in the sink. Let's choke their system either way. Fuckers didn't even bring me a popsicle when we were done. You got a popsicle.
Yeah. Don't eat that, Vivi. It's really spicy. Don't eat those.
No, Vivi, those chicken wings are real spicy. Don't eat those. I never seen a mage eat so many chicken wings. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. It's very important they establish the cuckoo nut. It's just like the fudge in Cannibal the Musical.
Yeah.
I love that bit. Trey Parker looking back on his old directing
Jeez.
decisions. Like, I thought I have to establish the fudge. Just for the joke of Fudge Packer.
All the way there just for that. So subtle, it probably went way
Right
over
everyone's head. But no, had to take the time to frame, light, film, develop, and edit, not to mention record the sound of Matt Stone walking up to a jar of fudge and saying, "Hey, they have fudge."
That's like me with like the gaseous gay joke.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta find some way to make this work.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going? We're going to the castle?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
Maybe.
shit.
We'll walk around. We'll find it. Magic of editing, people. You saw it in 8. No, you didn't, because you're not watching.
Unless you are, in which case, thank you.
In which case, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell.
Hit that bell, and I'm sure there'll be another thing eventually that you'll have to do.
There'll be a 5th thing.
Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, share it, send us a Patreon, bake us a cake.
Subscribe to YouTube Red with our YouTube URL as your username.
Make some fan art, and have that shipped to YouTube. I don't know. Wait, where am I going?
Not there, down toward us. If you want to make some fan art of me, go ahead. Like, it'll be hard to find a picture of me because there just aren't a lot.
You just gotta draw him like how the girl draws the guy in Firewatch. Just, you know, ask him a couple questions about his beard or something.
Keep going that way. If you want to draw me just hanging D like the guy in Firewatch, that's cool too. Really, if you want to draw me in any manner of grotesque sexual positions, feel free. I don't care, it's a drawing of me. Do what you want. Just none of that, like, erotic gore stuff. Can't handle that. Can't do it.
Oh, the guy's
I guess we
not.
gotta go to the theater district.
Shit.
Which makes sense, because, ooh. I wish that was a Navy uniform.
Yeah.
The hell? Oh, the new airship is gone. So Sid is... All the airships that exist right now are powered by the mist, which is everywhere. They're actually able to take that in and use it for energy somehow.
He's really fucking persistent about finding her name.
Yeah, he is. Aaron, I'm gonna get something to eat now. Fine, I guess. I don't care.
Man, is this just a story of like, you know, because he mentioned like, well, a lot of women are joining the military and, you know, and then he is just trying to be like picking up on her, and she even refused to give him her name at first, and then he was persistent like a fucking creep.
Yeah.
And then she made the mistake of actually giving him her name, and then he was like, well, I'm about to go eat, would you like to? And she's like, fuck off.
So go back to the Airbus and go to the theater district, because that's where Zidane's abusive adoptive father lives.
Nice.
So of course he wants to visit him. Yeah, I think this is just Get Woke, the Final Fantasy edition.
And in the end, Zidane was woke as shit.
The end.
I like how they did a really good job with the design of the, not only just the cities and the vehicles themselves, but just making them fit together.
Oh yeah, that's a very good. That's something I always appreciate when I see it, particularly in anime, because when they do it right, they tend to be really lavish about it. Where, however the mechanisms would actually work, the power of the ship, that's irrelevant. But just the fact that the character interacts with it in a believable fashion, like in Cowboy Bebop, there's just pornography shots of like Spike operating his ship with like the handles and pulling back, and it's like, you get it, right? It makes perfect sense. But then sometimes it's like the character in Big O, the guy pilots his mech from... He has two joysticks, but they're on like a big ring around him, and it's like, what? How do you operate two arms, two legs, turn the... How? There are some...
Alright, well maybe this place is bigger than Alexandria.
It's pretty big.
Like that.
Yeah, it just has exhaust pipes to look rad.
So the whole city can fly at some point.
Basically, yeah. But that'd be too dumb. Final Fantasy would never go that dumb.
Alright, so anyway, you were talking about the mist.
Oh, yeah, the mist. The mist covers this whole continent that we're on right now is actually the mist continent, and they're able to use it for power. Zidane mentioned a couple of times mist engines, and we saw the black mages were being made by something that seemed to be using the mist, similar to how an airship does it, according to Zidane. When we met Sid, he said he's working on the Hildegrand, I think it is, number 2. He's trying to design an airship that works without mist. He had managed to design it, but then his wife realized he cheated on her, so she turned him into an oglop, because she's cool. Pigeon turtle alert! I've never seen that!
Whoa.
I've never seen that sign! I've played through this game a few times even. But, he designed an airship, she turned him into an oglop. Remember number 28.
Weird.
And then she ran off with the airship. So now he's trying to build a new one. However, because he has an oglop brain, he can't quite make it work.
And those little oglop arms can't hold a wrench. Or a drafting pencil, so he's just like, oh.
Sir Zidane, whatever. Oh, no one's heard of Zidane.
Ouch. What is that small green person?
Her hair, it just goes back and kind of like horns a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, she's human, she just has big red hair.
Oh, so now Zidane's just bummed out that there's
this much prettier dude.
Much more successful man who doesn't have to steal things in his life to make it anywhere.
And who doesn't have to go through life with persistence beats resistance as a motto.
Oh, God.
This moment, of all things, gets a callback in 10-2. Unfortunately, it didn't make it into the edit for 10-2.
What happens?
There's a side mission which tells you the story immediately preceding the opening mission to that game. And in the moments preceding it, Yuna had to hide out in town before they could infiltrate this dumb concert. And so she hides herself in a Moogle costume. And then just walks around giving balloons to people. And the whole time you're going, yes, this is Final Fantasy. But she has a big Moogle costume exactly like that one.
What to do?
What a shitty place to try and sleep.
Yeah, Belle just starts
That's the
fucking
worst.
going off every hour. You're like, oh, this is the worst. But the rent's real cheap. Just kidding, I don't pay rent.
I'm a thief. Yeah.
No one's supposed to live here. That's why nobody checks up on me.
Oh man, I love the side quest coming up. The Festival of the Hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When I played through it last year, I almost completely forgotten about it, and so I had that moment again I had when I was preparing for our Crash Bandicoot 3 playthrough. Where I'm like, I'm going to read up on Crash 3, see if I can learn any interesting tidbits to talk about during the recording. And as I'm reading about Wikipedia, it's like Crash 3 had a variety of play styles, including a motorcycle. I'm like, yeah, I remember that being underwater. I remember that flying in a plane. I'm like, what? Oh, that's right.
There's a plane.
And I just completely remembered those 3 plane stages. Which actually, the plane stages in the Crash remake feel wonderful. It's a shame, because those feel so good, and it's like they could make the rest of the game, even though the rest of the game has all these different modes of play, they could make it feel really good. They just didn't. Yeah, you should go see her. Go get your dick wet. What? So ya.
Look at that coat rack of weapons over there that's like way too big for anyone.
Yeah. By the way, we finally had a kid say see ya.
Oh, nice.
That giant Bowie knife, named for David Bowie, famed hunter. Appears to be flowers up there? Or a doll? Let's see. Mini Burmecia. Huh.
Maybe a flower? I guess that could be flowers or dolls, because I don't know what that means.
Burmecia. I'm trying to remember who Burmecia is, but I'm pretty sure it's a character. 88. Baku.
Oh, what are they up to?
Just walking out of the brothel. Oh yeah, they're stranded.
I'm surprised the forest didn't fucking eat them up.
Yeah, they got out somehow. So that chest in the back, where either that or the spring where he is right now, those have some of the beans that you need for that old man. This is a completely optional area you can come to. I love how many optional areas there are in this game.
I like that a lot.
It gets around the problem of 7, 8, 9 being fairly linear in that, at least 9, it is fairly linear. It tells you where to go next. Hey, we're going north. We're going to Gazamaluk, whatever. But if you do go off the beaten path, you'll find this little area where there's nothing here, just a couple of items, but it's fun to explore, or you'll find the Chocobo Forest. And that's rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for a while that's definitely something that defined a Final Fantasy game for me, was like how much random shit is just out there.
How many secrets. And 7 is very linear in terms of its story. At least the first, let's say, 2/3, right up until you get your airship. And there it makes narrative sense, but that doesn't excuse the fact that it is so direct. But then once you do get that airship, and then once you get on the disc 3, there is a lot of stuff squirreled away for you to go find and do. 8 didn't quite have that. Like, 8 was a bit more open than 7, but in a very ambling, directionless way. It's like, here's your school boat. Go drive around for a while and try to find out where to go. But it's not even...
Castle?
Yeah. But it's not even done in an interesting fashion in the way that, like, 1 or 2 were. I mean, the only There are a couple of side quests you can find, but the only really out-of-the-way thing to do is to find the Central Ruins and go get Odin. Other than that, it's mostly just like, where the fuck do I go now?
Yeah, 8 gives you so much to just go wander and with no real direction, and it's not that fun that I wouldn't even want to go try to see if there's anything hiding out there.
Because there is very little on the map. There's the Central Ruins, there's the Shumi Tribe Village, and then there's, what is it? What is it called? There's the underwater research facility where you can get Bahamut and then Eden after fighting Ultima Weapon. But you can't even get to the research facility until you have an airship, which takes so fucking long. Like, you think about, like, if you put 7 and 8, like, side by side in terms of their narratives, and think about where major milestones are, you get your airship in 7, 3/5 of the way through, approximately. Maybe 65, 70%, somewhere around there. In 8, I feel like you don't get it until 85 to 90% of the way through the game. It's only at that very tail end where, like, here's your ship.
Yeah.
But then even then, there's, like, very little to actually explore with it. Ooh, glass armlet.
Ooh, that won't break.
No.
And fucking cut my veins open.
There's a common item in Final Fantasy called the glass domino. These days, I know that a domino is a type of mask.
Oh.
As a child, I'm like, and it's a head item, right? And so as a kid, I just pictured them wearing a big glass, like, domino plane item on their face.
Alright, where is the princess? Is she in another castle, Mario?
Another castle. I got that reference. I like Scott Pilgrim a whole bunch. Talk to this guard. Oh, that guard. There was a guard blocking away earlier, and now he's taking a nap. Which would get him court-martialed, by the way.
Oh, shit.
Maybe not the court-martial, but it would certainly... That's a bad thing to do.
I like how this fucker sees you coming like a mile away and then comes to block you.
Yeah.
Oh, he's leaving.
It's not Sweet Voice. It's Dagger. She's upstairs.
And back up this way? Or what?
Try going through that way.
Shit.
Okay, so you'd have to get past him.
Oh, yeah, let's go find that sleeping
guard.
guard.
Steal his clothes. Which seems like a callback to 6, but it could just be something that they're doing again. Part of me wonders if they didn't just reuse a bunch of ideas completely by accident because they're on the 9th game in the series, and then they're like, oh man, it's got all these wonderful callbacks, and their eyes are darting back and forth, and they're just like, yeah, callbacks.
And not that we just made Zidane a roguish lady-chasing thief that steals people's clothes. Yeah, we did that on purpose.
They invented the white mage pattern again.
Yeah, like
from scratch. They just like, you know what sounds good? Like it's white, but it has a red border, but not just like a solid red, like it's like triangle, equilateral triangles in the face. And let me just draw it out real quick. And they're like, yeah, that's real good. Go with that.
Like the white signifies, the purity of the white magic, and the red triangles, that's like,
it's like blood healing. It's like the Red Cross almost, It's a similar idea.
Like brilliant, love it, ship it,
do it.
And then they're like, oh, I love the callback to the...
Yeah, I love the callback to the old Final Fantasies with the white mage. I'm like, yeah. Upstairs.
Oh, it wasn't her singing at all. It was just steam escaping from holes.
He looks at the pipe as steam escapes. It just sounds exactly like her. Huh. I guess I'm sexually attracted to the steam engine now.
I guess I don't have to keep doing anything because I got this steam engine.
This is going to end poorly as he's unbuttoning his pants.
The end.
The end of everything. They got really good at compressing their cutscenes.
Yeah. It's not like a whole disc worth of stuff.
Yeah. Even companies these days sometimes have trouble compressing their cutscenes. The biggest knock against Bayo 2 is its cutscenes are awful. They're just so poorly compressed. When you watch them, they're just huge blocks of pixels everywhere. Like they used the wrong fucking codec in Premiere.
Yeah.
No, guys, you're supposed to use MP4. Jesus.
We exported it just as a QuickTime. I don't even know. It was just called. It's just .QuickTime.
We just used the default. Oh. And the default settings for any editing platform are always terrible. Like, why do they bother?
She's not really happy with him being up here.
No, and I expect that if we were zoomed in closer when he said, wow, what a view, he'd just be staring at her rump. With, like, big cartoon wolf eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's not doing the thing where, like, the wolf, like, it leaps up and its eyes spring out. Like, his eyes are just 3 feet long.
Oh, gosh.
And static. That's Southgate. I wonder if they started repairing it. We sure fucked that up and damaged everyone's economy.
I don't care, though. Doesn't affect me.
The chocobo has to be huge. Look at that monstrous chocobo.
Yeah, it's like as big as the river.
Yeah, it's as big as the trees. It's this T-Rexabo. Oh, somebody draw a T-Rexabo.
T-Rexabo.
Probably a lot of weird things living there.
Yeah, let's not go
Fuck
to
that.
Yeah. Maybe I should check it out
sometime. With my dick. He's whispering to Dagger. And she's just...
That's a long-ass walk.
It is a long-ass walk.
Is that it? Did I see all there is to see? Nope. Oh, I thought I saw that.
The Arby Mountains.
Good food. I don't remember what any of their many slogans is.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know they have, like, this guy with a good voice being like, we have the meat.
Yeah, there was, like, we have the meat. There was good mood food. I don't know. There's too many.
And I was doing it again. With his 3-foot eyes. And then his eyes don't go back for the rest of the scene.
So he's always like trying to keep his head turned away from her. So as he's like trying to stuff him back in, he's like he's basically trying to hide his eye boners.
Yeah. And then he has bits like in the locker room scene in basketball where he whips around real fast and one of his eyes almost whips her in the face, but she ducks back.
Birds perch on it.
He's always showing them off.
Get out here.
And it gets worse. So, like, first it's one little bird, then it's two, and they seem to be courting. And then by the end of the scene, there's a nest with a few little chicks in it.
Damn, these erect eyeballs. Always getting me in trouble with the ladies.
Am I right? Again to Dagger. Puts her hands up. What the fuck, man?
I don't even know how to respond to that, Zidane. I don't even know what to say.
Rewrite all the take this scenario, but then rewrite all the dialogue with this shit.
Just put some fake long eyes in there.
Yeah. Never expected to find armor in a place like this, one of the most advanced civilizations on our continent.
Well, now he's just questioning why his super great, amazing queen is giving him shitty, rusty armor that he thought was perfect this whole time.
He's this fucking xenophobe, right? Who just completely drinks the Kool-Aid. And so he gets to this place, and it's like, oh, look at this dump. And like, oh, this armor looks pretty good, though. That doesn't make sense. Queen Braun's the best. And this kid even has Knights of Pluto toys, but this kid's just dunking on him.
And then Filippo is fucking Filippo.
Yeah. Royal action figures.
I heard an excited dog.
Me too. These black mages are like toys being controlled by someone for their own fun.
Oh man, now he's gonna start writing songs.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like so dark and
Freya,
goddamn it.
fucking dragoon, do it.
Wouldn't it be the best to be a dragoon in this city?
This is the best city to be a dragoon.
She loves it. She just jumped off to, like, oh my god.
For everyone else, it's like, fuck, I gotta take 2 trams, I gotta transfer, and then climb up like 75 steps to get to work. If you're a dragoon, just whoop.
Yeah.
Like, I would take being a dragoon over most powers in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Even just in Seattle.
Yeah.
Like, if I could just, like, be at work and then just jump to your apartment.
Like, if I could just, leap and be like, fuck this. And just jump in the air real high.
Like, down by the docks. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get to work. Just hop back up to 5th.
Why bother? Your eyes say it all.
Yeah.